Strangely, I had never read works of Maya Angelou before, but when I stumbled upon her poem, A Brave and Startling Truth, it clung to me so intimately like my own skin. I lived with that poem for days as the world turned ugly and confusing with the chilling deaths of George Floyd, the suicide of the Bollywood actor Sushant Singh Rajput, the plight of the migrant workers of India, the Indo-Nepal and Indochina cross-border firings, and the loss of lives in a world already beleaguered with COVID-19 pandemic. The poem gave me strength to use my anger, sorrow, and frustration to do something constructive and creative. It was then that I decided I had to make a video. Somehow, once I read Maya's poem, the idea of face paint automatically germinated in my head. Well, usually I am a very camera-shy person, but the poem lent me courage to shed my inhibition and face the camera. The visual had to be striking and shocking enough to voice the fundamental truth echoed by Maya's poem. Perhaps I was somehow influenced by Bob Dylan's masked avatar in his Rolling Thunder Revue tour to get that inspiration to paint my face and play a role on stage. Even as I looked at myself in the mirror as the camera was rolling, I had no idea what I was going to paint. Only and only Maya's words were running in my head, and I just let the paint flow on my face. Yes, my tiny bathroom in my tiny apartment in Mumbai served as the perfect location for the video. I wanted a frame that had no clutter or distraction in the background, and I wanted full light on my face so that the painting would become the hero and not me. As you can see, I took over the sink with my paints. The toothbrush stand became a paintbrush stand, a mug with water to wash my brushes in between the painting, and my faithful paint towel, accessible to me whenever I wanted it. It was very crucial that all these elements were near and accessible to me, because I wanted to lock my gaze with the camera as much as possible with the least body movement and shift of gaze. After all, I was becoming the face to voice the most fundamental truth of humanity. Yeah, the phone fell down and plunged inside a bucket full of water under the sink while I was shooting. Lesson: no matter how steady it looks, always tape your phone to the surface securely. So yeah, I lost half my footage, mainly the middle portion. Yeah, that's the fall. Funnily, I used even that tumbling down portion for the titling sequence of my video. So, with my face painted half, I quickly rescued the phone from the water. Unbelievably, it was still flickering with life. I took it as a sign, and I started recording and painting my face again. Turns out the phone had stopped recording after some time. The phone was acting crazy now. Still, I made a third attempt and hit the record button, and I just kept on painting my face till I was done. Believe me, I had no idea all that time how the phone was doing, if it was even alive and recording. I could only hear Maya and Maya in my head, and I just kept on painting. Lucky for me, the phone had recorded this time, and then it died. A thought quickly ran in my head as this happened. No problem, I will revive it back to life and I will paint again, but I'm going to put up this video one way or another. Miraculously, the phone came back to life after some time, and to my utter joy and relief, the footage too was intact. I didn't have to reshoot. what I had painted anyway the first time and managed to record it somehow was a miracle in itself. So I decided to use whatever footage I had, and I finally made the video that you have before you. Well, I could have used the ambient spiritual music I usually use for my videos. I even tried using Japanese instrumental, Indian classical and African type music, but trust me, there was a rhythm already going on in my head. I knew what I wanted from the very first instance. Perhaps it was the effect of listening to Paolo Nutini's track Iron Sky. I wanted the music groovy and ferocious at the same time to complement the universal words of Maya. Luckily, I didn't have to search for long. Within 5 minutes of fooling around, I found the beat right in the music selection of my editing app, KineMaster. Different people will interpret the video differently, and they should. Everybody's free to do that. But I guess what I'm trying to say in the video in my own style is, don't wait for the world to be a better place. Use your own powers, your own emotions, and your creativity to the best and make it a better place for yourself and others. Stay safe, stay creative.